What is up, guys? So we're back with part 2 of the video. So right now we're gonna be using the clay bar. Of course it's Adams. Everything I use is Adams. We're gonna clay bar the car. I'm gonna do that half, Vinny's gonna do the other half, and then we're gonna put the compound on, polish, and then we're gonna go in depth about how we're gonna hit the compound and the polish and the 2 different compound pads you can use and then the polishing pad. With the clay bar, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get most of the swirls and scratches and any other contaminants that were left in the paint from the iron remover that pulled everything up from the surface. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get everything started and get all this stuff taken care of. So now we're gonna talk about how the clay bar takes out the contaminants in the paint. So if you can see on this side of the license plate, I've already done this side. So you can see a few marks and just a few pieces of the dirt that's still in there. I'm sure we can go over it a couple more times and hopefully it'll come out. If not, the compound will definitely take it out. But on this side, you can see here, the dirt is still in there and we haven't done that side. So when you do the clay bar, you wanna ball it up just like putty. You get a new side going, flatten it out just a little bit. I'm gonna take some detail spray and we're gonna put it on there. When you put it on there, you wanna get a nice flat surface with it and you just wanna rub it in. And you'll feel where the grip of the dirt is catching on to where the clay bar is and it'll take it just right out. And you probably wanna do a couple passes over it, like do a little bit, wipe it off, and then come right back to it. So as you can see, right here, you can see the dirt that's in it and how it's just pulling it right up. So we want to get to a new side right here and we'll come back to it. I'm just gonna keep going to it. So we've already done, I'd probably say half the car already, a little more than that to be honest with you. It's taken us a couple hours, but that's just normally what it takes depending on how bad your car is. I thought my car was a lot worse than what it was. We had done Vinny's car a couple of months ago and it took us probably about 6 hours. This towel is completely pink from the detail spray. I'll get a new towel here soon. But as you can see, it's taking a lot of it out. We'll definitely go over it 1 or 2 more times to really get the rest of it. All right, now let's get back to it and we'll finish the rest of the car. And then we're gonna show you guys how to apply the compound, how to put it on the pad, how to spread it around, and what you really need to do on different surfaces of where scratches are different on parts of the car. And then we'll get to the polishing part and I'll show you guys how to do that. All right, so if you can see right here, we got a scratch right under this light. So we're gonna try to get this out. These ones normally come out pretty easy. I put a little bit more force into these, speed it up just a little bit. So first, put this on a low setting and we're gonna spread it in. So that's on 1, we're gonna speed it up to 3 now. All right, so as you can see, we got a little bit of it out, not all of it, but when it comes down to scratches that are really deep in the surface like that, what you can do is you can wet sand it with a really high grit. I don't have any experience doing that, but I'm sure you could. I've seen it done a few times, but I'm no expert. We're gonna go over these one more time and see if we can get them out. If not, here's what it is. All right, so now we're gonna be doing the polishes part. So we're gonna be using Atlas Polishes polish. Of course, I got it in the kit, it came with the buffing pads too. So we just finished compounding the whole entire car. That took, I would say almost like 6 hours. Yeah, it's been a long time. But, so now the polishes part, hopefully this only takes me a couple of hours. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna apply it on. I usually set it down just so we can get centered on the pad. We're gonna go get our detail spray real quick. We're gonna move up the pad so it's not a hard surface on the end of it. Shake the bottle up. I'm gonna apply it around. So the other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna smear it on there so we can get a nice good finish. And just so it's not in just the middle of the pad. And that way we can get a wider spread with the polish. There we go. Now we're gonna get to it. I'm gonna put the cord over my shoulder so I'm not hitting the side of the car with it. So now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go get a new towel. I'm gonna wipe this up. I'm not gonna use this towel anymore. It's got a lot of compound on it. We're gonna be using a single saw polishing towel. We're gonna get that polish finish right in there. And I can already tell it just looks just so smooth. So normally I would probably use a little bit more polish than that, not a whole lot since that was the first go around. It's just like a mirror finish that just goes across it, and it's just so smooth. We're gonna get to where we can polish the whole car, and then we will apply the ceramic UV coat. All right guys, now we're getting ready to do the surface prep for the ceramic coat. Vinny's gonna hold the camera. I'm gonna get a couple squirts on here. And then we're gonna let that sit for a second. You don't want to use too much of this stuff. I'm pretty sure I only have, 12 ounces of it. So eventually we're gonna use this for Vinny's car. And so what the surface prep does is it removes any contaminants, any oils or anything that's below the surface of the paint. You smell it, you can smell the alcohol that's in it. So now we're gonna go ahead and wipe it. And then we're gonna get ready to use the UV ceramic coating. I'm gonna show you something that's super cool and why the UV ceramic coating is really useful. I'm gonna grab our microfiber pad here and we're gonna apply the UV coating. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and apply it. And in the light, you can see a rainbow effect. And we're gonna go back and forth. And with the ceramic coating, you wanna let it cure onto the paint. Normally they say do it for about 24 hours. I'm gonna go grab the UV light and we're gonna turn the light off. I'm gonna show you some magic. Here we go. And you can see where I missed spots on the top. So the good thing about the UV ceramic coating is you can go back and you can spot check where you miss spots. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take the pad. I'm gonna go over these spots real quick. I'm gonna check down here and you can see the line where I didn't get to the bottom. And then that's the coating. That's just super cool how they they put the UV light with it. I think it's just so useful in getting every inch of the car. We're gonna go ahead and turn the light back on, and we're gonna finish up. Definitely recommend it. Easy to spot check everything, make sure you get everything on the car. But let's get finished with everything and see you guys soon. All right guys, so now you're gonna be able to get to see the finishing product of the UV ceramic coating. It didn't take too long to apply the ceramic coating. The compound really took the longest. So if you guys are ever doing this, make sure you guys take a long time on the compound and the polish. Because the UV coating, you can really get it in there and then take the UV light and spot check everything and make sure everything looks good. There's definitely a couple spots that I missed that I noticed when I was spot checking it before we finished everything, but it's all good now. So we're gonna pour some water on it in a minute. We'll get some cinematic shots and you guys will be able to see what it is. All right, so now we're gonna show you guys after the ceramic coat cured for about 24 hours, we're gonna pour some water on there and watch it run off. Really see the finishing product. Look at that. It just beads right off. And that's what you want to achieve out of the UV ceramic coating. Like, subscribe, comment down below. See y'all in the next vlog.